been running. Didn't do as great the last couple weeks as I wanted to. I went like 4 days this past weekend with no running. I'm a little bit disappointed in that, but we got back out today and it feels pretty good. And tomorrow morning, probably, I'm gonna do my first like simulated 5K. So not running it at 5K pace, but getting 3.1 miles in for sure. It's the most I've run since I started my training plan, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I think it'll be okay. I'm gonna do the sit down and talk thing again like I did last time, so I'm gonna save most of my talking for that and give you guys some more updates. But I just want to show you guys, got some new shades, vibes, got them on Shady Rays, pretty chill, and got some new running shoes. Got the Brooks Hyperion GTS. I did a little questionnaire thing on the Brooks website to see which ones would fit me best, and I love them. I was running in Under Armours, as you probably see from the first video. I was running in some Under Armour shoes, and they were pretty good, but these ones are a little bit more fitted for my kind of feet and my knees and stuff. It's a pretty good little quiz, I would say, if you're looking for some new shoes. Check that out. Yeah, this is where I be running, out here in this construction zone, because there's usually not a lot of traffic going on, so I can kind of do my speed workouts out here and stuff. That sun is probably killing the camera right now. I feel so bad. But yeah, I did an easy run today. It's supposed to be 25 minutes. I did about 13 and had to pee so bad. I went back to the house, went to pee, and now I'm just kind of doing a little cool down. So I'm probably only really going to get about 15 to 20 minutes in. The important thing is I got my shoes on, I got out the door, and I hit the pavement, and I moved my body. That is the most important part. So yeah, I'll update you guys in the rest of the video with the little talking head segment, and I'll see you guys then. Also, forgot to mention, it is 94 degrees out here right now. It doesn't feel that horrible, but it's definitely very hot. Not the hottest weather I've run in so far, but that's why I've been running in the morning, because it's like 85 instead of 95. That is partially the reason why I did the easy run today too. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know I'm suffering. So I got my 90% beef with some white rice, onions and peppers, cheddar cheese, spicy mayo, and steak sauce. Yeah, different mic this time. I didn't like the way the road, you could hear like every movement I made in the last one, and there was like no way I could fix it, unfortunately. I might even have to bump the audio in this one because it doesn't look like it's getting super loud, so I might turn it up a little bit, but I'm not trying to shout because my wife is on the phone in the other room. Didn't shower and everything before this little sit down because I have to go back outside after dinner and mow the lawn. And like I said earlier, it's like 95 degrees out, so I'm not trying to go shower and then go do that. And then we're taking the dogs for a walk, so I'm just going to be outside for like the next 2 hours. But it's only 5:30, so that's sick. Yeah, normally I don't run after work like I did today. I've been running at around 6 in the morning. I get up around 5:45. I get up around 5:45, and I try to be out the door between 6 and 6:10, especially depending on the length of the run that I'm doing. I've been liking waking up early. I've been doing it for like 5 weeks now, I think. And getting up and then immediately going and running or doing any kind of physical activity has just like boosted my energy throughout the day. Last week was a little lackluster. I feel like just wasn't getting good sleep last week. I was still going to bed at like the same time and waking up early, but my sleep quality was just not as good. I don't have any of my running stats in front of me because my watch has got my camera view on it, and my camera is my phone. I've run, I think today was 19 runs over the last 5 or 6 weeks. 4 weeks? Dude, I don't even remember. I think this is week 5, actually. Yeah, so tomorrow will be 20, and it'll be, like I was saying earlier, my first 5K, simulated 5K. I'm not running it like a 5K. I'm literally just trying to finish 3.1 miles. So my goal is to be around a 10 to 10:30 mile pace, so a little bit quicker than my normal easy day runs. I'm hovering at probably like 11:30, 11:45 for my easy days. Not fast enough that I get gassed and can't finish it, because the whole goal is to finish. Doesn't really matter how fast you can run if you can't run the full distance. It's been awesome. I've been enjoying my runs. This weekend, like I was saying, was kind of shitty. I just lacked motivation, and it was just hard for me to get out the door. Thursday I did a pretty tough run. It was 4-minute segments. It was 5 4-minute segments at 5K pace. So I'm running. My pacing is weird because I run based off of like what I remember running those paces at, not like necessarily a goal pace. So my 5K is just my perceived effort of like a 7 out of 10 effort, which weirdly enough is still kind of my same effort as before. Like my first 4-minute segment, my average pace was a 7:35, which is still about a minute slower than what I was doing in high school, but like I probably shouldn't be pushing that fast for 5K pace. But like I didn't feel bad after I finished that one. I had a 2-minute rest, and then I did the next one, and it was more like a 9.5. So that's probably really where I should be shooting for right now, is about a 9.5 mile pace for 5K. And then my third one, I had to go uphill, and that just like killed me. Like the whole 4-minute segment was uphill, and I dropped down to like a 12 something, and then I dropped down. It went up to like a 12 something. And then over the next 2, I brought it back down to like a 9:40. So I was able to kind of recover from it, but I think it kind of not ruined, but really hindered the last half of my workout to do that hill. It wasn't intentional. I just kind of needed to loop back because of the way I went out. I went out and back, and it's just unfortunate. But, you know, that just means I need to do more hill workouts, really. But it felt good after. Like I didn't feel like I wanted to die, and I wasn't like experiencing any pain or like issues afterwards, but my legs were like really tired the next day. So I took Friday off, which it was supposed to be my day off anyway, but then Saturday was supposed to be today's run, and Sunday should have been the 5K. And I didn't run Saturday because I felt like I needed an extra day. And then Sunday, yesterday, I just was like just having a bad day, like mentally. Felt a little overwhelmed again. I had some homework I needed to do. We needed to clean. Stuff like that. You know, I just kind of let all those things pile back up again. So this week is trying to lock down again like I did week 1 and just do my shit, get it over with, and not have to worry about it. I'm on break for school for the week. This is my summer break, my 1-week break. So it's a good week to get in the habit of doing my cleaning and getting stuff done after work before I roll into trying to work schoolwork in on top of that again. So I'm going to try to take advantage of this week. And that's why I'm mowing the lawn, taking the dogs for a walk. I think I'm setting myself up for success this week. It's just the discipline. The discipline is like so important. But overall, I think it's going good. I don't think I've lost a lot of weight recently over the last 5 weeks, maybe a pound or 2. Because what I've learned, and I might have said this in my last video, is that once you start training, it doesn't matter how far into training you are. As soon as you start like exerting energy, your body like craves that energy back. So honestly, the running has been the easy part of this whole thing. It's been the eating that's been the hard part. So this is my second time eating this today, but I'm trying to get more protein because the protein is really what I'm lacking. I started using Macro Factor to track my calories, and I'm estimated like 1884 a day based on, you know, my lifestyle activities and stuff, not off of any particular data. So I don't know how correct that is, but it sounds right. Because I break it almost every day. I hit like 2,000, and that's just not even because I'm hungry. That's just because I'm not eating the right things, really. I definitely lean towards a carb-heavy and fat-heavy diet, so I'm really trying to just get more protein in there so I'm more full, and then I don't eat as much, like, you know, potatoes and cheese and shit like that. I mean, the rice obviously doesn't help, but I can't just really eat straight ground beef all day, every day for 6 weeks. That would not probably sit well. But, you know, I'm learning things about myself and my habits and stuff. It feels good to at least make progress. I started reading a book. That's sick. Haven't hardly read at all since high school. But, you know, with the interest in running and training and stuff like that, I picked up this book called Endure by Alex Hutchinson. I'll put the photo of the cover up here. I'm about halfway through it right now. I just read like 20-30 minutes, not even every night, like every few nights. Like I'll try to do like 3-4 nights a week at least. And if you are in any way interested in the science of endurance training or just like training in general for like running, it is super, super cool. It's so good. He does a great way of breaking it down so that it's not like a fucking research paper about running and training and stuff. It's like actually absorbable for someone who's not a PhD like he is. But I've found that, like, you know, anything I'm interested in outside of like gaming and stuff, I'm finding that I'm interested in it, you know, based on like the science of it. It's just like a weird thing that I've discovered, you know, like I'm interested in the science behind training. I'm interested in the science behind like motorsports and stuff, like all that stuff. So if you're into training, if you are training, or if you want to train, it's definitely a great read. It talks about the link between like the mental and physical aspects of endurance training, and like what really holds people back from reaching that next milestone when it comes to like the real serious training, more or less. But I mean, you can apply a lot of the philosophy of it to your own training without having to go run a sub 2 hour marathon or a sub 3:30 mile or whatever the hell the record is. There's more mental barriers to endurance training than there are physical barriers. And step one of mental barrier is getting yourself out the door to go do it. That is probably the hardest one. And then from there, it's just about knocking down those walls to achieve the next goal. It's all about getting one step closer. And while I was running today, I honestly was thinking that I might make that the new channel motto, and maybe even call this series of whatever the fuck it is that I'm doing, calling it One Step Closer. I mean, that's literally what I'm doing, step after step, getting closer to my goals, my training goals and my endurance goals and whatever it is. So, dude, if my phone stopped recording, I'm going to lose my mind. It didn't. It just stopped on my watch for whatever reason. Yeah, so I guess that's pretty much it for this video. I didn't have a whole ton to talk about. I just wanted to give a little update. I'll try to get the next one out a little bit sooner. Try to get it on like somewhat of a schedule. I'd like to do like at least every 3 weeks. I don't really want to go as long as I did, but I also don't. I know I can't make one of these every week, and it's not going to be significant enough to make one every week, but every few weeks I think would be fine. And thank you guys for the support on the last one. I didn't even honestly expect that to get more than like 10 views from like some friends. Last time I checked, which was like last week, it was at almost 150 views. That's sick. Hardly any of my other gaming YouTube videos have hit 100 views even. And I know that's not a lot in the long run, or, you know, in the grand scheme of YouTube, but it's a lot to me. And I appreciate the support on it. So yeah, if you like this video, go ahead and drop that like and share it around or whatever, and start some discussions in the comments. I'd love to talk to people about training and hear what you guys are doing, and, you know, what you found works for you and what you found doesn't. All that stuff is super interesting to me. I'm gonna finish my dinner and mess around with some stuff on my computer to start editing this video, and tomorrow I'm gonna do that 5K, and I'll report back, you know, whenever on that, tell you how that goes. But until then, gonna keep pushing one step closer. Love you guys. Peace out.